Last week I was given a surprise ingredient with the only aim of making a tasty Japanese dish. That ingredient was a simple garden pea, but I only got 14 out of 20 for my score, so this time I want to make something better so that I can get a better score. The only rules are that this is my last attempt to impress the judge and I only have 30 minutes of research time. However, I'm allowed unlimited brainstorming time without the internet, and I'm allowed to buy an unlimited number of other ingredients. There's also an updated goal of making a tasty dish that highlights the surprise ingredient. So now I have 30 minutes of research, but I cannot take any notes or save anything. And my time starts now. So last time the main problem was that I didn't highlight the peas enough. So I'm thinking of something like, I don't know, like a potato salad or like, you know, just chicken and peas. No, that's boring, but something fairly simple. I did actually think of making this thing called zundamochi. I'm thinking fish might be better than meat. I don't know. This is so hard. Okay, so I only have 3 minutes left and I found a million different recipes that I could use. But I keep coming back to this one particular recipe, which is a prawn and pea salad, and it really doesn't have that many ingredients, but it has a nice sesame dressing. The only problem is that I don't have a lot of experience doing prawns from scratch, so I'm not too sure how that's going to go, but hopefully if I can memorize these steps then I'll do it well. So I have 1 minute and 45 seconds to memorize them now, so see you in a second. Okay, I'm gonna write down as quickly as I can before I forget anything. Okay, it's pretty messy, but I think I've managed to write down everything. And I'm wondering whether I should get a little bit of bread on the side, like a little sort of French bread. But I don't want to make my cost too high. Anyway, I've got to go and buy my ingredients now, so let's go. So I have a slight issue in that supermarket did not have the peas that I needed, which is, you know, the whole point of this, so I've got to go to another supermarket. Okay, so I managed to find the peas. So the first thing that I need to do is boil the peas in water with a bit of salt. So it's just the same as last time. So I'm going to take them out and immediately put them in ice water. But I feel like I don't need to put them in ice water beforehand. I don't know why I did that the other time. Okay, so I'm just going to let those cool down before I remove their tops and the veins, but now I need to move on to the prawns, which is the most terrifying part because I feel like I'm going to get it wrong, which is why I bought 2 types of prawns. So I actually bought these ones that have already been deshelled and these ones that are whole. Well, you can't see, but I'm going to try and use these, but I bought these as a backup just in case something goes wrong with these. And in my instructions it says to remove the vein from the prawns and then boil them in the pea water for gross. Boil them in the same water as the peas for 2 minutes. But so it says to remove the vein from the prawns whilst the shell is still on, and then take the shell off after you've boiled them. Which doesn't make any sense. I'm going to see if that's physically possible. Yeah, I don't think it's physically possible. I'm going to boil one and practice and then try it with the others. I really don't know what I'm doing. Pull off the head. Probably use that in a stock or something. And there is the vein. Actually, fun fact, this is basically just its poop. It's not actually a vein. Okay, so there must be like an easier way to do this, like, come on. Okay, well, that is the ugliest prawn preparation I think I've ever seen. Okay, you know what, I'm just gonna eat this one. Oh my god, that tastes really good. These are gonna taste so much better than the pre-prepared ones. Oh, what do? I've either got to sacrifice the look or I've got to sacrifice the taste. Okay, so because these taste so good, I'm going to just go for it and try to prepare these. But I don't want to get it wrong, so I'm going to do them in batches. So I'm going to put a skewer through them to make them nice and round, and then I'm going to boil them for 2 minutes, then I'm going to put them in the ice water, then I'm going to take them out and try to prepare them. Also, these have been soaking for ages, so maybe I'll just drain these. Okay, well that is obviously much nicer and rounded. Okay, so my problem is how to remove it but also keep them looking nice. It's really hard to remove the shell nicely. Okay, well, even though I had to make a cut down the back of it, which is kind of obvious, then it still doesn't look too bad. Like, you can see the cut, but it's okay. So maybe I'll just do that for them, and then they can just be cut, and then that's okay. Maybe my next surprise ingredient should be tiger prawns. Then I can actually research them and find out what to do. Okay, so I'm going to do my other batch of prawns in the same way that I just did those, and then I will remove the stems from my peas. Okay, so now all I need to do is the eggs and the sauce. So I'm going to boil 2 eggs for 10 minutes. We're going to go for hard boiled so that we can cut them up. And now all that's left is to do the dressing, which I'm quite excited by because I've never made a sesame dressing before, so hopefully if it tastes nice I can use it again. But first I've got to do the most fun part, which is using a mortar and pestle to grind up my sesame seeds. And I'm pretty sure it was 2 tablespoons. It might have been 2 teaspoons, but I'm gonna go with 2 tablespoons. Kind of still a few whole grains in there. Ah! And on the countertop ones. Then I just need to mix my ground up sesame with some soy sauce, sugar, rice vinegar, and mayonnaise. Oh, and a little bit of water as well, just to loosen it up. I think that's fine. Move this out the way. Okay, so now all I have to do is plate it up and see if I get a better score than last week. Hello. I didn't put the dressing on it first because I want you to have a look at it. Maybe give it an appearance score now.
I think it looks very nice. 4.
A 4? Not a 5? Just a 4?
I think if I just gave it a 5 willy-nilly, it wouldn't be a point of a 5.
Like I said, I was a 4. Okay, dig in.
Itadakimasu. Feels fancy. Should I eat it on its own?
However you feel.
The prawn's not overcooked.
Yay! How's the dressing?
Isn't it like the wasabi dressing we have? Or?
Oh no, I made it.
Oh yeah, there is wasabi. See, clearly I know what I'm talking about. The shaki shaki.
I can hear you munching. So the scores are appearance, cost, taste, and overall feeling.
I assume for like the amount, this costs more.
If you include the bread, then it cost about 500 yen.
So I think cost, what did I give it, a 4 last time? Say that goes down to like a 3.5?
Okay, that's not bad.
I'd say like to get a 5, it would have to be something like really cheap but really good.
Okay.
I think this is good, it's just like, it's not that cheap.
Taste, so how's the taste?
Tastes really good. There's like a nice contrast of textures.
Do you think I highlighted the peas well this time? So what's the taste score?
Let's give it a 4.
Oh, okay. Nice. So far I'm looking good. So what's your overall feeling?
A 4.2.
Oh, wow! That's a pretty good end total.
Yeah, I mean it's not what I was expecting. I like to be surprised.
Okay, so the element of surprise is important in the scoring.
I'm also really hungry. So.
Yeah, but you were already hungry last time too.
Yeah, but I'm really hungry.
Okay, well, thank you very much for your time, Judge Man.
Thank you for your food. See you next time. Iratozaimasu.
Okay, there we go. I won over my previous attempt, and that's basically all that I wanted. But I really enjoyed doing that challenge for the first time, and I intend to do a lot more of these, so I hope you'll join me. And if you enjoyed what you saw, then please hit that like button, and I'll see you next Sunday.